If William Ruto becomes a one-term president, what is he going to become? He'll go home to Sugoi? He'll be the leader of
opposition.
One term is now becoming a reality.
By April of next year, Mount Kenya will make its decision.
4 months to the election.
4 months to the election. That time it will be clear that Rigathi is not a candidate. That time it will be clear that they are Kamagiras, so they'll say let us make the best bet. And then they'll make another consideration which you have to consider. You know, some argument I've been having with people from Mount Kenya region. If William Ruto becomes a one-term president, what is he going to become? He'll go home to Sugoi? He'll be the leader of
opposition.
With how many MPs?
Well,
with what influence? A lot of influence. So let me ask you a question, multiple choice, A or B. Who will be a more leader opposition leader? William Ruto or Raila Odinga? All factors constant. William Ruto will be a more leader of opposition. And that's something there to start thinking on Kikuyus, all Mount Kenya people. Second, okay, he's a one-term president. He's gone. See, he'll come back in 32 with the Kisirani. See, you guys, you voted me out. Look at the governors who have come back after being voted out, my friend. The cries I'm hearing in counties like Laikipia, West Pokot, Kitui. You don't really want to go back there. You don't want to go back there. So, it's something called value proposition. So when Kikuyu discover there are this Kamagira thing, they are going to say, maybe it's better for this guy to come. They were telling Uhuru Kenyatta, Mariza, when they say, maybe if this guy goes now, maybe we have a realistic chances of reclaiming this thing in 32. As opposed to, he goes now, somebody who is not one of us because we are Kamagiras now, comes, then 32 we are trying to remove this guy. Yes, because we've shown ourselves. One of the things which is really we are acquiring some strength, God-given strength, is voting for someone today and voting them tomorrow. So, that it will be trying to remove the guy we are going to vote, a Kalonzo or a Matiang'i whom we voted in 27. Right. Yeah? And then now that postpones another fight by another. So, at the end of the day, today is an emotion that's working. The emotion is ruling. And that's why I don't try to go against that emotion. Yeah? You wait for the tides to come and people will come back to their senses. Yeah? But around April next year, roho itakuwa ya kupiga damu. There will be no love affair. People will be using this only calculation.
But the gloves will be off.
Oh, they'll be off. They'll be off. All I hope for.
This is very interesting. If William Samoei Ruto lost 2027 election, what next for him? The team of William Ruto had already decided what they would do. And what this team will do, already Moses Kuria has revealed it. The team will go back to plan for 2027. And the time they will be planning for 2027, then Ruto will be a very strong opposition leader, given that fact that atakuwa with a lot of members of parliament that will be supporting him, and now he will have more influence. Being a president who is in opposition, things that Kenya has never witnessed, so it will be more lethal, because whatever the sitting president, be it Kalonzo, Matiang'i, or rather even Sifuna, will be doing, Ruto atakuwa anajua A to Z. Any business of government that will be happening at that time. Remember also the NIS, the National Intelligence Service, itakuwa move all with him. Now guys, in this video, let's try to break down why the Ruto's government had already, or rather has already sensed a defeat. And in case this is your first time coming across us, before we dive in, kindly please consider subscribing to this channel. Whenever we should be producing a video like this one, YouTube will automatically be giving you a notification. It is clear that, number one, the ground has now shifted away from William Samoei Ruto. Or rather, let me say in this perspective, in Kenya, people are not willing to vote in William Samoei Ruto as their next president. And now the big problem is, whom will they vote in? That is now where Kenyans are. And now Ruto is very worried that when this group will get a serious candidate, now Ruto will go home without even kuangalia nyuma. And reason number 2 is about this one-term movement. It begins like pole pole after the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, but Rigathi Gachagua sustained it. This one-term movement is now becoming a reality in that, and now Ruto is losing trust from the Kenyans people. We all know that the leader of this one-term movement is Rigathi Gachagua, and whatever Rigathi Gachagua is telling to the people of Kenya, these things inakuja kuhappen. It seems that now the person who is ahead of information in this government, people are now starting to believe in Rigathi Gachagua. At the same time now wanaachana with William Samoei Ruto, because whatever the guy predicts, it comes now to pass. And reason number 3 is about this region, the region that voted in William Samoei Ruto to man. This region was the Mount Kenya region, and it will be very difficult for William Samoei Ruto to go to Western Kenya and try as much as he can so that he can now compensate the votes that he will be losing, or rather that he has already lost in Mountain. It will be difficult for him to go to Northern Kenya. Even though he will issue ID day and night, it will be difficult for him to compensate these votes zenye anaziacha kwa mlima. Same to the Nyanza. And when you look, the disadvantage of the Nyanza people is that they don't wake up early in the morning to go to vote. These people just wanatulia tu. When the elections arrive, wanakimbia to go back to Ushago, then they will come back to Nairobi to continue with their businesses. At that time, even though Raila Amolo Odinga the late was on the ballot. So what if at this time where no Raila or other Luo in ballot, do they wake up to vote? So it is difficult for him. Having lost this mountain Kabisa, and as Moses Kuria is alluding that come April of the next year, the mountain will already have decided which side will they vote. And when they will slide with Kalonzo Musyoka, automatically Kalonzo Musyoka will win. And for that equation, Ruto will become now the so-called opposition that they have started to dream about it. And the reason number 4 is about now the young people. The young people of this country, they normally call themselves as Gen Z. Remember in June 2024, William Samoei Ruto had something that he wanted to pass in this country, and that was a bill that could affect mostly the young people. They tried as much as they can to block this bill, but through the reluctance of Ruto, it went ahead and the parliament passed it. So after passing, rage increases among the young people, and now these people they tried to storm the parliament. Wakasema tulieni. Wakasema the only place that you can make changes in presidential election in this country is through the ballot. And having said that, 2027 is now the year for them to decide which president do they want. And the good thing of them is that they don't know whom they will vote in as the president, but the person that they will vote against is Kasongo. So that is very interesting. For that, it makes now Ruto to have plan B. The plan B is that, okay, when I lost in 2027, I will go back home, re-energize myself, join the opposition, then now I will come back in 2032. Very little na visirani, as Kuria alludes to that. And to that, guys, what is your thought, guys? Drop it in comment section. I'll be doing my best to read it and giving you a response. And to that, peace and love. And with that, guys, thank you for choosing Kenya Political Brief as our primary news platform, more so on politics. Kindly please share this video to a friend. If politics is your passion, this is the place you really wish to be. Kindly subscribe. Bye bye.